You're thinking about the devil all wrong. Most people imagine some cartoonish figure with red skin and pointy horns, ready to jump out and scream, "Boo!" But that's not how destruction works. That's not how he works. The most dangerous weapon isn't a frontal assault. It's a whisper, a slow drift, 1,000 tiny compromises that look completely harmless. Legendary theologian C.S. Lewis nailed this in The Screw-Tape Letters. The real danger isn't in dramatic temptation, but in the gradual erosion of your spiritual defenses. Imagine a river slowly wearing away a rock. You don't notice until the entire landscape has changed. In 2 Corinthians 11:14, Paul drops a mind-blowing truth. Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. Think about that. He doesn't show up looking terrifying. He shows up looking helpful, reasonable, comfortable. Here's how he'd destroy you if he could. First, he'll make you comfortable. Not explosive, not dramatic, just comfortable, lukewarm. The kind of spiritual temperature that makes God want to spit you out, as Revelation 3:16 so brutally puts it. He'll start with tiny distractions, a little less prayer, a slightly shorter quiet time, one more episode instead of one more chapter of Scripture, social media scrolling that bleeds into hours, podcasts that sound spiritual but slowly, subtly shift your perspective. Modern psychology calls this decision fatigue, but spiritual warfare understands it as strategic erosion. Each small choice moves you slightly off course, not enough to alarm you, just enough to gradually disconnect you from your true north. The ancient desert fathers understood this deeply. They spoke about the noonday demon, a spiritual state of listlessness, of subtle depression that makes radical commitment feel impossible. Not dramatic despair, just apathy. But here's where it gets even more insidious. The enemy doesn't just want you comfortable. He wants you feeling good about your supposed spiritual journey. Henri Nouwen, In the Way of the Heart, brilliantly articulated how spiritual narcissism can become our greatest downfall. It's the dangerous territory where your spiritual practices become more about your image than your transformation. You're reading the right books, attending the right conferences, posting the right quotes. But something fundamental is missing. The prophet Isaiah captured this perfectly in Isaiah 29:13. These people come near to me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. It's not about the external performance. It's about the internal revolution. Think about your current spiritual routine. Is it challenging you, or is it just stroking your ego? Are you growing, or are you performing? The most sophisticated form of spiritual stagnation is the illusion of movement. You're busy, you're active, you're seemingly engaged, but you're not actually moving forward. The most dangerous lies aren't the loud ones. They're the quiet whispers that sound just like your own thoughts, the compromises that feel reasonable, the distractions that seem harmless. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, in The Cost of Discipleship, warned about cheap grace, the kind of spiritual life that requires nothing from you. No transformation, no real commitment, just enough religion to feel good, but not enough to actually change anything. That's the real strategy, not dramatic temptation, just persistent, soul-numbing mediocrity. Your attention is the most valuable currency in spiritual warfare. Every notification, every mindless scroll, every quick peek that turns into hours. These aren't just distractions, they're strategic attacks. In a world drowning in noise, Silence has become a radical act of resistance. Prayer isn't just a religious practice, it's a battlefield strategy. Your spiritual life is a battlefield, and the enemy's best weapon, making you believe there's no real battle happening at all. Are you awake enough to see it?